Facebook in the meantime.
Okay, now it's on.
What song?
It will mute. I made it unmute.
Okay, I have to share this, but I'm not sure how.
Okay, let's find out.
In the meantime, we give an introduction of this.
Alright, hello. You may remember us from the
Hi.
previous semester. We are Shahid and Zohair Abbas, and we are reached semester 2 of our contract with debt over suffering, but that is a different story. It so
Okay.
with semester 2 comes a new beginning, or well, semester 2 will give us another semester 2, and that shall be the podcast as we love and cherish. So, in case you don't know what a podcast is, it is a podcast about, well, pop music. That is actually a lie. It's about music in entirety.
Yeah, we just named it the podcast because it rhymed with pod, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes, we discuss all kinds: indie, hip hop, pop, of course. I'm not sure if we're gonna discuss metal.
I hope not.
So,
Definitely not doing
this
experimental.
is season 2. In season 1, we will check the Billboard, rant a bit, move on to listening to an album, rant about that a bit more until we're satisfied, and then call it a day. Anyway, some of the older viewers of this may realize that we have a slightly different setup. This is because we are using a different laptop, a significantly better laptop.
I think I shared it wrong. Hold on.
What did you do? What was your mistake? What did you do?
I shared the wrong thing.
Where?
On
Facebook?
yeah.
Fan deal. Did you delete it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Now, those music notes you see over. How do I? Will this work? Yes, you see those music notes over there. They make music, but
That's a bit of it.
okay, that's awkward.
Like
So
this over here.
yes,
This and that.
make sure you use the right finger. So it appeared that my phone has malfunctioned because that was also something which we had to replace.
You wanted this?
That was quite an interesting sound. What was that about?
Oh, I just
Is that
I think I finally sent it to Facebook.
Why?
Why did I send it to Facebook? Alright, so yeah. Now I can settle down and get to actual work. So, after that amazing introduction by our brilliant co-host here, it's time for the host to take over, which is me. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about
You shared it in the student forum, right?
yeah, we did. But what are we gonna talk about?
Well, check the chart. It's been a while. I haven't been following them. So you have a question?
Yeah.
Where did you share the link?
On Facebook. Radio.
Oh, run radio. Okay.
I might share it in the main one.
Okay.
It's been a while since the
anti-hero
Christmas started taking everywhere.
Yeah, anti-hero is
why we talk about
it's number one again. Hey, just kidding. Thank God it's not number one. That means considerably different. Scissors.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe I want to do that. Okay.
What's that sound?
It's just that's all.
It's noise.
So, at number 1 we have Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Come back to form after a change of labels from RCA to Columbia Records, and something other. And the song takes inspiration from another song from like 40 years. No, that's different. 40 years ago, I think, or something like that, we had a song called "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor. So it takes a lot of inspiration from that. Just I can buy myself flowers, and basically it's a self-loving anthem. So it takes a lot of inspiration from that. Just yeah, go on.
I was checking to see if it's working. Alhamdulillah, it is working perfectly.
So that's Flowers as we have right now. And Second, we have Kill Bill, SZA. This is still blocked from number one, and that's a very unfortunate thing for it. It's
Yeah,
a
so
very good
the
song.
album, as far as I think it's called, it made big waves and it was actually pretty good. And unlike some of
You
the other
haven't
stuff,
even listened to it yet.
have I
All right,
well, I've heard
third.
nothing
Oh
more.
my God, Lamai is Morgan Wallen number
Who's
three.
Morgan Wallen?
Oh God,
Who is Morgan Wallen?
country star who said we
Country,
heard
that's
about
enough.
drunk.
That's enough.
He's trash.
Country is banned from the podcast.
So fourth,
That's it.
something that's marginally better. Unholy, Sam Smith Kimpetter.
I listened to it recently. It was funny. I didn't know it would be so Choi related, Choi, whatever you pronounce.
No, I don't think I
Creepin,
heard it.
Metro Boomin,
Yes.
The Weekend.
Hold on, check my. Continue on and go check.
Creepin, Metro Boomin, The Weekend, 21 Savage. I do not know it. I do not see why I should know it. Unless you love that, and great for you, but not for me. So we have Cuff It by Beyonce. Wonderful track.
Hey, it's going.
Wait, why is Cuff It back? Wait, why is it that it's.
What? What is.
Why is it at a top 10? Renaissance was months ago.
It was months ago, but Cuffit has been getting some promotion of late. The Wetter remix was released, but that is. And
Number 7 is quite a regrettable endeavor, Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. At least it's not number 1. Those are very dark times. So dark, I might as well close the light over there. I should do that every time.
okay, so what did you just say about
Anti-Hero?
Yeah, it's Die For You with The Weekend. It's a song from I've already talked about. It's from a few years ago from Starboy, and it's getting around in the song. It's like a reinterest, and it's a good thing. I like it when older, very good songs like this is a pretty good song. It's very typical of Starboy or even Beauty Behind the Madness sort of stuff. And it's good. It's pretty good. I think
we have I'm Good Blue. Now, this was the one I was talking inspiration from. I'm Blue. I'm not sure why I would take inspiration from I'm Blue of all songs, but pop off.
It is one hell of a melody. I will give it that.
Now we have As It Was, Harry Styles. I forgot it existed.
Let's continue forgetting. Who's going to stop?
Oh, okay, I'll just point them out really quickly. The important ones. Rich Flex, Drake, and 21
That's not important.
You're right.
Boys a Liar, number 14, the top new track by Pink Panthers and Ice Spice.
Ice Spice was enough to hit number 14.
No, it's kind of like a mixed thing. It's both of them have been getting pretty big as of late. Pink Panthers and Ice Spice both. I don't know.
Ice Spice for an interesting hairstyle.
I know.
Then again, that's
Made You Look, Megan Trainor, number 15. Under the influence.
I shall not.
Oh God, this is some
pollen infection.
This is awful stuff. We need escapism to go higher. Lemon Days is even good. I like that.
Shirt by SZA. News by SZA.
And some other interesting.
Wow, what even happened when I wasn't even looking at this?
Well, it's
things.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So let's now talk about, I think, the top albums so far. No, not top albums so far. We are looking at our Billboard 200. Here we go. These are the top albums of the week so far.
And number 1 is SOS by SZA. That's deserved.
So nobody's surprised. It has basically taken over, even though it's considered a step down from Control, her previous effort.
Wow, this is
but it still has some incredible songs from what I've heard. Just it's a little too long. SZA did say once that in Control, she was basically forced to release it because she kept adding songs to it, kept being indecisive stuff, and eventually her label was like, okay, we'll release it if you want it. And she's like, oh, fine. And it turned out for the best.
Okay, the rest of the list is rather regrettable. We have Midnight by Taylor Swift. Again, at least it's not number 1.
Number 3, the name chapter Temptation EP by Tomorrow X Together. I assume this is K-pop. This is probably K-pop. Let me just search it up.
Imagine doing this in the Chromebook.
Yeah, it's a boy band.
K-pop isn't it?
K-pop big hit.
It's K-pop.
Yep. Yeah, alright. I don't know much about them, so I'm not gonna.
Dangerous, the album. I'm gonna assume you must have realized.
109 weeks and it's still in the top 5. Come on, America, you can do better than this.
No, they can't.
Heroes and villains, Metro Boomin. I don't know much about it.
We have the
I listened to one song. The
we have the
highlights.
highlights again.
Outselling the one of him. Wesey was very smart of him to release a greatest hits album. It doesn't make him look washed up or anything like, oh, my career's over, here are my best songs, now give me money. No, it just feels like him acknowledging his milestone and just looking forward to the future, hoping for.
It just those are just two different ways of looking at something. That's the same move.
They are, but what the public thinks is very important because one way is looking towards the past and one is the future.
On Verano Cinti by Bad Bunny, Her Loss by Drake and 21 Savage, Harry's House by Harry Styles.
And rounding out the top 10 is Queen of Me with Shania Twain. That's interesting. I haven't heard of Shania Twain in a while.
Okay,
90s country.
A little more outside.
Country pop, I think.
Yeah.
Now let's compare our Hot 100 with the Global 100. And if we look at it, actually it's the Global 200. And we can see that Flowers and Kill Bill still share the top 2. But number 3 different song, it's I Reserve Music Sessions.
Volume 53.
I've heard the song, it's good. I like it.
It's a song?
It's an album, sorry.
It's an album?
It's a song. Why are you treating me like this? It's a song, yes, it's a song. It's a good.
Wait, number 4 funny one.
Number 4 Unholy, number 5 Calm Down by Rahman, Selena Gomez.
Hey, isn't it that one that Momo was complaining about? Escapism, Ray featuring
Creepin comes way before. Why are you saying number 8 before number 6?
Because I don't want to say Creepin. It has 21 Savage in it.
Creepin is a good song, so I like it. It's decent.
Okay.
And 21 Savage isn't that bad. I think it's decent. It's alright. As it was, Escapism, I'm Good, Anti-Hero, that's a top 10, and
OMG's cover is so funny. It's just
why are there 2 different New Jeans songs in the top 50?
And why did they put our rabbits?
We'll find out some other day.
They've been getting big pretty recently, eh? K-pop things.
K-pop?
New Jeans is K-pop, don't you know?
You've got to be... Wait, what? This is a girl... Oh my god.
Yes, New Jeans is a girl group. It's a K-pop group. What did you think they were?
I thought it was a single person doing indie stuff.
Industrial cupcake style hip hop? What did you think it was?
Sort of. That is not actually that bad, I guess. Now what?
We were supposed to play an album. We don't have an album.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to bring an album here. Especially when nobody recommended it. But we have around 20 minutes. 23 minutes or so.
So what can we do in 23 minutes?
An EP we'll have to do. Now what EP?
You're playing it in here?
Why not?
I thought you played it on your phone.
No. It's much simpler here. So do you know any EP which we could try? Because I am currently out of ideas.
Search up Civilization's right over there.
Civilization. Yeah, let's do it. Civilization, character of 27 minutes.
That's a weird character of Bonito to play first. People will expect us to play, I don't know, Bonito Generation, but...
Time and Place, for that matter. Both of which are pretty famous albums.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, Cara Bonito is a band which make indie pop, I think. Let's just search them on RYM and see what it has to say. Synth pop, electro pop, Brit pop, indie pop, pop. So yeah, they do a lot of pop, as you can tell. Synth pop, electro pop, my favorite genres. And so far they have 2 albums out. They're a trio. 2 of them work on production. Their names are Gus Lovan and Jamie Bullard. And the main person behind it, Sarah Midori Perry, aka Bonito. She's the voice behind this, and her voice is very memorable. I'll say that. So they normally first they release Bonito Generation, which is kind of very childish.
It's
album. It's their first album. Well, fine, Intro Bonito.
After Bonito, their first mixtape, it was kind of mid apparently. Flamingo, I don't think so. Flamingo must have been a different single. That was the one that got them to fame. Then we have Bonito Generation, which they expanded on their Kids like sound, but
Yeah,
they don't.
their main focus is to basically emulate a kids like sound. So like you can play these around your kids. The next album, not as much time and place. This leads closer to indie pop and even indie rock with a noisier and a darker segments in it. There's much more of an edge in it, and it is, in my opinion, and in many people's opinions, far better than Bonnet Generation.
Yeah, it's considered to be one of their best works.
Then after that, we have Civilization, which is basically
it's like those two come together to like in a sort of coming to maturity kind of sound.
Yeah, Civilization also expands more on that, and it's kind of a concept album because it deals with apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah, one of them is our friend Coronavirus.
And the compilation on RYM has a rating of 4.04 out of 5, which is that might not sound like much, but that is basically enough to get you album of the year in RYM.
Yeah.
4 is means you've made some brilliant things, something brilliant. And
let's find out why, shall we? Because that is what we're going to play.
we probably won't play the entirety of this because the last track is quite long, but may as well just
How
start.
much volume is this anyway?
We'll find out. First track, Battle on the Territory Bonito. The first, by the first three tracks, the first three tracks are basically Civilization 1.
This is the first.
But the last three tracks are Civilization 2, and middle is just a transition.
This is about war. And I could describe civilization. I'm sure the modernity souls would
including us.
Civilization. Have you done a reading? Oh, of course you have.
I haven't.
Mode. Imagine playing this in a Chromebook.
And I will. Why is this a new laptop? That's why the camera quality looks better.
Yeah, we don't look like photos.
The same color, but
yeah, thanks for giving me a perspective that I want to not elaborate on.
Which of us looks more like a potato?
What question? I think the answer is those.
So,
oh my god, my arm looks completely unreal and not.
Yeah. So here you can, there's a lot of production going on. Production is very complex, intricate, and even noisy. Yeah, it's a lot of synths, electronic music, leap loops going together. It's very interesting to see the development of electronic.
This is my favorite program. It's not even a question.
That's the only quip I have with KKP is that Sarah Maneto's voice sometimes feels the same in each track. Which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. For me, it kind of takes away points because I want to see her expand more of the voice because it's an amazingly unique and expressive voice. We can find her out of some tracks, but sometimes she just sounds like a fan. Like here.
A fan bird.
But yes, KKB is one of the most creative forces in the electropop sphere.
When was this released? And 2021.
Civilization 1 was released in 2019. Civilization 2 was released in 2021.
That means they must have been compiled in 2021. Broadway's compilation, that what was number one? Oh, let's go ahead and get a name. Okay. Oh, the highlights. Length, comfort. I ain't getting a little confident. Is that
The stock market, yes. I don't know why it's in my laptop. Actually, we are my father's. Hmm.
so we have only 15 minutes left.
You can go over time. There is no conflict. So, except with, we will cut well rested of it because it's 7 minutes long. But battle lines, that was battle lines. I give that. You can say it. I want to use this screen. By the way, the track playing now is
Alright, then let's go.
well,
Overall,
but the track currently playing is when the fire comes. You can guess what it's about. First track I give 4. I really appreciate the question. It's exactly great.
alright, this is fire, global warming. Do you guys learn it from modernity? Then we could do.
Maybe that's
Not
maybe
is that illegal?
that just be us. Interestingly, there is actually meaning behind its cover.
I feel about like commercial,
Research.
Reagan.
So this is about, I think, a fire. Basically,
Your son
there is
began to send a song to her, right?
so probably let me go on because I completely agree with you.
Here's aligning with the song.
If you like more of that effect, you can check out time and place. You find a good amount of it, much noisier and excessive amount. And if you like some rock to be mixed with your indie pop, then check out time and place. And- But if you like, what do I say, an expansive thin soundscape, then there you go. I think I'll give when the cars come 3.5 out of 5, maybe somewhere weaker. But it's good, I like it. Next track and the last track of Civilization 1, the river.
Let's start from
Yeah, I agree.
it actually concept to be the generally concept to be the weakest in the album.
According to me, is it
The
because
page, none of it.
it also depends, well, track listing matters. So this was the first track, it would have a more place. That's not a good metric. I also really like this track. It's one of the, it's a top track of Civilization
This
1.
is about
But still,
flood. This is about flood.
yeah, unfortunately,
Let's
very
wrap
related.
on starting. He also sang in Japanese sometimes. If you can, don't need to get.
A dwarf stood yawns at the sky, daring a stratonimbus in the vicinity of Earth. That's very cool songwriting. It's basically talking about rain. And mushroom, I think. Similar to say, like I love bands or artists for that matter who just come up with such an intricate electronic soundscape and atmosphere where there's just so much going on. It doesn't sound like a mess, and this is one of just many examples. But it sounds so good. A little higher. Yeah. Another similar example would be Magdalena Bay. They also put a ridiculous amount of detail in their work.
Yeah, they do.
And if you like this, you
we
like
will
that.
definitely be reviewing it quite soon.
Huh. They are gorgeous.
That is definitely on the list.
And in a more shoegaze direction, there is Hachi. I like her album Lord. I think she's releasing a new one this year. In fact, this year has already had some pretty big releases. Can you name some of them?
Dios Caroline Polachek's record of
Desire I Want to Turn Into You. Currently the number one album for 2023.
Really?
Yeah, according to RM. Let me show you.
Kalela's album.
Kelela's album the second one. Actually, hold on. Let me search. And I'll tell you the
Anyway.
lyrics.
Oh, I got updated.
Yes, I will tell you a little about each of them while we have KKB in the background. Desire I Want to Turn Into You by Caroline Polachek. This is art pop, ag pop, electronic.
So the other thing about I
It's,
don't know, something
if
something
you've
that
listened to Imogen Heap, and you liked her, then you like
dumb
this.
watch a say person.
So art pop is basically more of so like vocals are very important. There's some unconventional vocals that go on, and she has especially cool vocals and very interesting, normally electronic music going on.
I will go down and waiting.
Created by Kelela, this is alternate R&B, electronic, and breakbeat. Apparently, breakbeat is very important in this. Right? This is Kelela's comeback after a PS5 scam.
PS5 scan?
Her account got hacked and it sent a scam for PS5. It was amazing. So this is her comeback after a while, and it's one hell of a comeback. I haven't heard it yet. I want to, but maybe we'll
I
later.
am still Great. Number 3, we have After the Magic of Paranormal, Korean Shoegaze.
I think
And
we are
we
back in
are
action.
back.
Are we muted? I think we are not. You can
Wow.
check. In the meantime, let's play Gateway. The transition. Uh,
Someone took its spot.
yeah, I think I'm gonna take a risk and connect with my I think we are working now, but Spotify is quite bad at what I've done to it. Well, isn't that a disaster?
I don't care. Just
There we go. I think I would just go to Princess and the Clock, the first track of Civilization 2, and consider it the best one. Either this or Wild Western. I think Wild Western is better. I used to really like it. There is one slightly down. Slightly. Also, River is a 4.5. 4.5.
yeah.
What? Why are you using anything? Board game.
Let's have a look. Um,
What is Narnia? I feel like Narnia is good. What?
the meaning of the Star Trek part and
Yeah, it's real. You can say.
yeah,
You explain more about
you
it.
do it.
No,
Yes.
I haven't done it for
Okay, let's
I
keep it a secret.
die.
Let's keep it a secret.
Secret.
It's basically when an explorer goes into an island and visits with a cult of sorts, to think that she's some princess in heaven and they decide to,
Actually, I didn't even know that one.
yeah, it was automated. And they decide to,
I didn't know that this was. I
they
didn't know
decide
this
to
was
bring
like
them out for very automated approach. And it was written in genius. But yeah, they still need to live in a tower, just like
Yeah,
after
this is a
Rapunzel.
Java program.
And and I wondered, there's a clock that doesn't work in her bedchamber, and one day she disappears, and the clock keeps working again.
What do you think would be interpretation of the meaning of that?
Interesting.
No, what does it mean? That's what I'm asking. I imagine this part is why lots of people love this part.
Yeah,
So why did the clock start running once she left? Eternally a child she will remain, so she showed the passing of the days. So it's like the future starts when she leaves, like because she's present. It's like every day is the same, almost like time stop. Now that she's out, or maybe died or committed suicide or also this.
This is a good track. It's a score.
Yeah, yeah, I think it is.
Next track is not playing. Okay, now it is. 21/4/20. You may remember the date. The coronavirus date. This is just about the narrating coronavirus. It is my least favorite track, I must admit. It
Yeah, it's
doesn't
like
touch
a
me.
little blizzard before well rested.
Yeah,
Just COVID has ruined my life.
staying inside, connecting with others
This
online,
this
etc.
track fits more, I think, in the earlier stuff. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Like earlier generation, no, it's just,
No, no, it's like a generation kind of sound, but the lyrics are mostly motivation. You cannot take over.
we didn't say which direction. I'm gonna skip a bit. You won't miss much, I promise. So this also is important to realize that civilization too was made after the pandemic struck, and civilization was before the pandemic. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a disconnect that I find very interesting. That's kind of addressed here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's kind of funny how Princess and the Clock gives a parallel of sorts to this. I wonder that was
very
deliberate.
interesting. I said Princess and the Cock's meaning is quite in conflict with. It's like the odd one out. It's not as apocalyptic.
Well, it is for that princess.
Anyway, well listed.
Final track, 7 minutes, 10 seconds.
One of the best tracks ever, my top 15 of all time. You'll find out why.
It's also more house.
So this is about how humanity, despite all of the people saying at the end is dying, it must continue on.
One of my professors.
It must continue on. It must provide for the earth it lives in, so that this apocalypse and
I think I
not
think I
comes
should
to
turn on the
centuries.
volume for this one.
Yes, sir.
Quite different sounding. They've never made a track like this.
Yeah, and there's
We'll find out why.
house is a good reason.
Very instrumental heavy this track. And this track is also the one with Japanese in it. Like now.
Yeah.
Paint bits there. Now I wonder what those are mean. Chat GBD. What does this mean? Oh, oops. I hope that streamer thing on stream. I don't think it is. I hope that was actually showing. I think it was. Ah! Oh, it's very lush, like the rest of them. Compilation for that matter. We have wonder who's saying such a good the vehicle is the inhuman. Also, previous round only three. Three was on three was on. This on the other hand, I don't know. This is probably maybe a 4.5. I'll be at the side. Those are it's still less track. Wait a minute, start on that. Is this an outro? Yeah, we've seen the bonus in the Yeah, I think that is enough. That ends
That was
civilization, and that ends the podcast. Bye, goodbye. I've had enough of this. See